Let's sit. We always just find our seat and we're getting off the train tracks that we're always on. And maybe you can just feel a little bit, like literally feel yourself getting off that train, getting off those tracks. It's one of those little train, carts that you pump up and down, and you just got to stop pumping and you got to let it coast for a second. And then we're going to actually try and get off the tracks. These are tracks we're on all the time. And you know what I mean. We think the same thoughts. We're aiming for the same goals. We're worried about the same worries. And even if today feels different, what are the tracks we're on today? What has brought us to this moment? And we're not letting go of any of that. That's your life. It's not going anywhere, but we're taking 30 minutes to not be going on the tracks, to be. And so there's all this energy we've been focusing in this sort of one set of thoughts and directions, and now we can let that energy of our lives spread out. And now we just allow ourselves to be here. Now our room becomes available. We can listen to it, listen to the space all around us. Suddenly instead of walking through the world with only noticing a couple things, we can notice the whole of it because now maybe we're going to go in a different direction. So we got to look. In this case, listen and feel. We can feel our body, our whole body. Yeah, they were just going to visualize. So now that we're here and we're no longer going in our normal direction, we can take a pause. We're just going to visualize above our head a kind of blue, deep blue, bright though, energy sort of above the crown of our head. And in fact, this blue energy goes all the way up into space and it's sort of infinite in extent, but it's reached all the way down to just above the top of our head. And it's just going to start dripping into our body, through the crown of our head. And it's warm and it's relaxing. and it's healing. And it really only moves at the speed that you're ready for it to move, but maybe it starts kind of more honey-like. And so it's dripping down over the crown, I mean, down the crown into your brain and over the skull. Now it's going to take a particular channel all the way to the ground, and I'm going to talk you through it, but you're just going to let it also fill the nooks and crannies of your brain. So it's working its way down through your brain, is going down towards the ears. And let's actually just touch in with the sort of brain stem, the back of the skull, the occipital area. It's going to fill up this whole area as if it's filling up a big bowl. And it's warm and it's relaxing. And it's divine in a way. You want to think of it as it just sort of relaxes the whole mind. It clears the mind. It's filling with this blue light and blue liquid that is it's like light. So once you felt that, it's really filled up the bowl of your skull, all the way down to the brain stem. You notice that it starts to drain down by both sides of your neck, starting at the ears, sort of like going down the neck, almost like right where the carotid artery is. It's taking two parallel paths down the side of your neck. For those who are more anatomically oriented, this is really where the vagus nerve is. So it's coming from the brain stem and then down the sides of the neck. And it's warm and it's relaxing. And these two paths are going to actually cross right in front of the base of the neck, right before the sternum starts. So you sort of down your clavicles into that little soft indentation at the top of your chest. And so you just feel it drain down, relaxing. And so everything in you is just letting go downwards, other than what, your spine and the muscles you need to sit up straight. But we're focused on this light, this liquid, this blue, warmth. For those of you who are really sort of, this is natural for you, you might really start to feel pleasure or heat. And it's okay if you don't feel anything in particular. We're just going to move down through the body. So it crosses in front of the throat. And again, you might feel that heat right at the base of the throat. This is, near the throat chakra, the beginning of the throat chakra. We're just going to keep following this blue down, but it crosses over. So it does a little crisscross, and now it's going to go down the sides of your sternum, down across the chest. And now this heat is filling up your chest. And this blue liquid is taking these two channels on either side of your chest. You can sort of feel into where you want those channels to be. That's something you can feel. This is a natural movement. It's really, again, the vagus nerve sort of goes down through here. And so all working his way down to the solar plexus, just beneath the rib cage. For those who are very visual, how much blue can we get access to? This blue through the brain, blue down the neck, blue, blue, all the way across the chest, down, meeting again in the solar plexus in sort of another little bowl. And from there, it's going to just start, the blue is just going to start filtering its way down through our abdomen. It sort of goes into all the organs, your kidneys, your liver, your stomach, your intestines. It's going to fill all the way down your bladder, your sexual organs. There's just warmth and relaxation coming from this blue light that, remind yourself, it's up, starting up above your head and flowing through you. Just a constant flow of this warm, bright liquid. And so now we're really filling up the bowl of the pelvis and everything above it. So there's a blue energy above our head, and it's flowing down through the top of our skull and down, filling up the brain, down the sides of the neck from the ears downward, crossing over right at the base of the neck, down both sides of the chest. warm and relaxing into the solar plexus, pooling there, then filtering in through the rest of the abdomen, touching all the organs, filling them up. Just notice, is there an organ you missed? Is there, it's still being filled up. So letting in this energy all the way down to the bowl of the pelvis. And then we can let it flow down the legs and all the way to the tips of the toes and down the arms, the tips of the fingers. Then it's going to just drain through your sacrum or your perineum down through and sort of it's like your nervous system is connecting into the roots of the earth. And so we just feel that light, that blue liquid light. You might even feel yourself sort of glowing now, like the blue light is like a little aura around your skin. You're like one of those creatures from Avatar, just sort of you've become a little blue. And for anyone who thinks, again, the visualization feels like too much of an obstacle, it's just feeling our body relax, right? It's moving downwards, letting downward energy in our body happen. But there's also something cool and calming about the blueness. It's yeah, yeah. Maybe if the word divinity doesn't work for you, you can think of it as ancient. It's like an ancient energy that's sort of entering you. It's an eternal energy, really. It has only your best interest at heart and is very calm, very warm. And it's not fighting with any part of you that's not on board with this. It's just offering itself. Okay, so we're going to follow this blue energy in. We're going to let ourselves, our sense of self, sort of drop down into the part of it that's draining into the earth. So you just feel it. It's got these tendrils that are going into the earth and it's sort of hooking up with, it's almost like hooking up with tree roots, with the roots of the earth, with the channels of the earth. And we can go down, down, down. The way to think of this is it's coming down out of your brain right through your ears. It's like it's stretching your nervous system. It's just in a good yoga kind of way, right? It's like lengthening these nerves, relaxing them. They're no longer so tight. They're sort of being pulled by the earth itself into their natural positions in your body. Right? It's almost like our nerves get sort of moved out of place by, sudden shocks to our system. And this energy is like letting your nervous system find its original channels. This is how this blue light works. Part of your nervous system goes down into these organs and down into the earth. You can just sort of do one more tracing from the top of your skull all the way down and just see where does this energy want, how does it want to proceed downward? Out of the ear, the base of the neck, behind the ears, down over the carotid artery, but you can sort of feel what's the subtle. Okay, now we're going to allow that energy to come back up from the ground. And this is a clear energy. This is clean and transparent and bright. If it's anything, it's white, white energy. And we just let it come up through our feet. And this is the fill part. We're allowing it to sort of cleanse the blue away. And this is a healing energy. Okay, it might be a little more energetic or alive than the relaxed, warm energy, but it's coming in and it's got a quality of servicing whatever is needed in this part of the body. So we just sort of open to the idea that whatever is nutritional will fill up this part of the body. So we can start with our feet, the tops of the feet, the bottoms, the toes, the heels, starting to go into the ankles. into the calves and the shins and the bones and the skin and the muscles, all of it, whatever is necessary, whatever is needed, coming through the feet. We're going to work our way up to meet those roots that are going down through the sacrum and the pelvic floor. So the back of the calves into the back of the knee and the front of the knee and the insides of the knee, whatever is needed. So we're still mostly blue, but this cleansing light is coming in. And now into the calves, the thighs, the hamstrings, the quads, the bones, the femur, the skin, everything. Whatever is nutritious. So it's coming up through the feet, the ankles, the shins, the knee, into the thighs. Big area. Let this white, transparent, bright, however you want to think of it, energy whatever you need, whatever is nutritious. Anything that doesn't want this energy does not have to have it. You just let it in. You're letting in what's needed today, right this moment, not what the mind thinks. It's what this part of the body feels. All the way up to the top of the thighs. And now we're sort of meeting those roots from the ground. We're getting sort of two channels of energy up through the feet, up through the seat, all meeting here in this first chakra at the root of our body, the perineum, the sacrum, moving up towards the sacrum, filling up the bowl, moving up to the belly, all groin, sexual organs, pelvic area, whatever is needed. Nothing more, whatever is nutritious, nothing more. Whatever feels nourishing. It's like a nourishing. Your body will soak up what it needs as if it's thirsty or hungry for this energy. Only as much as it needs in the way it needs it. And we're cleansing the blue now. The blue is sort of clean. Our our legs all the way up to this pelvic floor are bright and clean. Just let it soak into this lower belly region, the pelvic floor, all the way from the feet, all the way up to the pelvic floor, into the lower belly. What is needed? All the way up to the belly button, around the back. Again, now that it's cleaning those organs as well, the bladder and intestines, as we move up to the solar plexus, the whole abdomen region, whatever is nutritious. So the white and the blue are meeting here in the solar plexus. The blue is very easy. It's never going to fight. It's relaxing and just letting itself be washed away by this white, clean energy, which is filling up our solar plexus and now moving into the ribs and the heart area, the lungs, round to the back, whole rib cage. What is needed in your heart? What is nutritious? What is nourishing? And the mind doesn't know, but the heart knows. There's a move up across the sternum. We're getting to the base of the neck now where that blue light had done its little crisscross. Another little bowl, little cup of blue meets light, meets white. You can let it go down the arms, whatever is needed in the arms and hands and fingers. Just washing away the blue as we move up the neck and the throat. It's going up those two channels up the ears, but it's also just filling the throat and the neck muscles and the spine. Right into the face and the brain and the skull. Whatever is nutritious, whatever is nourishing, and right out the crown of the head. And it's just this glowing white, clean, transparent energy. The whole body is washed clean. There's a channel of energy from the ground all the way through your body, through your feet and your pelvic floor, all the way through your crown. So energy just goes up and it meets the blue, and then the white just rains down around you. This clean energy forms a little raining bubble of whatever you need, whatever is nourishing all around you, down behind your back, off to the left and right, in front of you, and below you, and above you. Okay, so when you're ready, then you can start to move and you can open your eyes, but you can hang out here as long as you want. You can feel that energy coming through you. You can let as much in as you need. It can keep happening all day as well if you want. But then you just let your body move how it wants to. As you let go of the sit and look out at the world.